it's Angelina. This is video 11 of my 30 video series from Cocaine to Carrots. I have been receiving lots of emails today from fans of the project, and I just want to say thank you so much for your participation. Whether you've watched all the videos or just finding this one, it's really an honor to be able to share these experiences with you. It's been totally fun and a bit challenging at times. And today's video is about change. It's about taking a leap and taking a jump. And I want to share with you a story about one of the times, there'll be a few, one of the times that I took a leap of faith. And how did that work out? And was it easy? Well, you remember that at this point in my life, I stopped doing cocaine. I had just taken journal keeping classes. So at this point, I was starting to re-engage into the community. So I'm starting to do more activities on campus. I am in a meditation group. I am one of the leads of a medical community, which is for first campus students. I did a little bit on the newsletter staff, and I was also in an international group. I was really interested in learning more about other cultures. Well, I haven't shared yet, but at the time in college, I was a photography major. Not health yet. You'll hear about how that came about, but at this point in my life, I was an artist. And so I was majored in a communication and arts degree, so I majored in media communications. And I was minoring in world religion. Now, I minored in world religion. One reason is because I've taken so many journal-keeping spirituality classes. But the second is that I've always really been interested in religion and spiritual studies. So I started digging deeper and diving deeper into those areas. And I found that they were helpful in healing a lot of the past things that I had been dealing with. Well, one day I went to an international studies evening, and I walked into the study abroad office, which I had never been in. I looked around, I see all these packets and pamphlets. And all of a sudden I look over and I see a study abroad experience to Thailand. And I pick up the packet, and I just had this sense. I was so excited about the packet. I didn't even know what was in it, but I just felt excited about it. Have you ever had that experience where something kind of calls to you, if you will, and you go pick it up? And well, I took it home and read it 7 times, all the way through. And I remember thinking to myself, this is something that I must do. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't even know why I want to do it. There is actually no logical reason. I don't know how that it will work out in my life, but I know, I have a gut instinct that this is important. This is an important leap, an important jump. Now, I don't know if you've ever had an experience like this, where something just pops out at you and you know. Well, in my experience, these instances are not a coincidence. It's not even a coincidence that you're watching this video. This message was for you. But it's harder to see that in a big jump, in a big leap, something that takes you completely outside of your comfort zone, in this case, completely outside of your own country. You see, I had never been to Thailand. I had never been out of the country. I was raised in a small town in Licking, Missouri, with 350 population. I didn't even know what Asian culture was like. So for me, it was completely crazy to even consider that I would do this. But there was some little piece of me that knew was really important. So I want you to think about your life. Has there ever been a time in your life where you knew that you should make a big leap? That your brain started telling you all the reasons why not to? It costs too much, you don't know how, you might fail, it's way too much to take on. I mean, what is it going to be like if I don't know what it's going to be like? Well, if you're analytical and logical, you probably think things through a lot, and so all those things take heavy consideration. And if you're spontaneous, you're jumping in probably more often than you should. But no matter what, there are these times in all of our lives, no matter what our personality, that we just know we're supposed to take the next step. Right? So this was one of those times. Now, the speed bump here, the thing that I haven't told you yet, is that this trip started in 2 weeks. 2 weeks away, I'd be leaving for 6 months and living in Thailand. Wow, I had to quit my job, tell my family, raise money, get a plane ticket, figure out what the heck I would do, read some books on Thai culture, rearrange my schedule. It looked like a complete impossible task. But I wanted this so bad. I wanted something so bad for the first time that I kept saying to myself, this can be done. So I walked into the study abroad office and I said, excuse me, I'd like to talk with someone about the study abroad in Thailand. Now I know it's 2 weeks away, but is there any possible way, if I went through all of these hoops and figured out everything, is there some possible way that I could go? And the woman looks at me and says, yes, actually, but it's probably not possible that you'll get through everything. And I said, okay, well, let me be the judge of that, right? So I started to look for ways to pay. I found a scholarship from a company in New York called Freeman Asia. I applied online, submitted everything, and I was approved. I got a check within 3 days for $5,000. And the scholarship was for students who were art students, and the only thing there was to do to get this scholarship money was to promise that upon arriving back to the States, you would do some kind of art project. Pretty cool, right? So I said yes. I told them that I would do a photography exhibit. I had the check. I quit my job, which was pretty easy. I asked my family. They were on board. And the last hard step was getting my plane ticket. Now, when getting my plane ticket, that was a hassle in itself, but I finally got it through the travel agency. And I was ready. I was on the plane and on my way to Thailand. So the moral of this story for you is that in life, your mindset dictates all of your results. If you think you can and you want to do it bad enough, chances are the world will give you exactly what you want. But the problem is that most of us aren't clear about what we want. And the second problem is that the other thing is most of us can't regulate those fear conversations in our mind, so they take over and we stop playing the game and going for it. So I am so excited to share with you all of the pivotal experiences that happened in Thailand over the next few videos. So stay tuned, strap on your seatbelt, and get out your notebook. We're going to be learning a lot. This is Angelina Deweese signing off. I will talk to you very soon.